What's going on? What's going on? Brutus here, bringing you another attack video, complete with breakdown, um, discussion, and then execution. So I have number 39 for my second attack, fresh hit, laid out. And last night I didn't feel good about this, so I jumped on Twiddler session and talked it out with Shaun. Thank you very much. Some other guys on the clan, and I want to tell you how we got there. So I looked at this base, and one thing that stands out to me are the sweepers are blowing this way, both of them. And so basically this entire side of the base is all uncovered, and I wanted to exploit that either with dragons, baby dragons, or something like that. And I decided I can't use baby dragons with EQ because at the end of the day I just felt like a LaLo was the answer. I tried to get too fancy with it with my original plan, which was to use a Zap Quake. I believe we're already good on this. A Zap Quake, cold-blooded LaLo. So investing 5 spells, 2 lightnings and an earthquake to get rid of that, and then also use a down immediately to do this. I am then left with a poison for the CC, and I believe it was 1 haste spell. And I figured I didn't need a haste spell because, well, we'll talk through it in just a second here. So my royals with a max golem to be set right down here, a max golem, and he's going to go ahead and immediately aggro the BK and Archer Queen. One wizard down here to start the funnel. Once that goes down, he'll walk this way. Before he gets within range of the cannon, that's when I would drop down the jump and the golem. So then 2 more wizards to back up this third guy, the first one, because this is a lot of high hit points. 2 wizards immediately, a lot of high hit points. It's going to start the funnel, and then the BK down immediately because this BK is immediately in the ring. It's an instant aggro. Rage right away. The BK's ability in this funnel with the investment of just 1 spell, or two spells basically, the 2 troop space or whatever you want, housing space, basically a jump. I'll get both royals in a CC lure. The queen behind was supposed to support and help take down the CC, but I was why put down the jump immediately? Because I was worried there'd be Teslas right here, Teslas over here, and that would mess up my funnel. That would mess up my AQ and AD kill, and I didn't want to take that chance. So I felt it was worth the investment. They will get basically all of this. If I'm lucky, I'd get the sweeper, but I didn't plan on it. But they'd get all this. This is what I planned to get, just from my kill squad and the CC out. So when I explained that I had 4 hounds left and we'd be coming at them this way, and then just, you know, basically a old school farming balloonian attack, but a Lavaloonian or Lavaloon, they just move in a sweeping fashion this way. So the question was, there's would it work? Sure, but there's 2 things that came up that made me decide against that. Was help with Shaun. First thing he asked is that worth the investment of 5 spells, 5 troop space of spells? And it's not, because it's just not. It's not worth 5 spells to get such an obscure air defense out of the way when you could just path around it counterclockwise, you know, the way it should be done, or clockwise. Also, I have 1 spell and I don't have control over my loons on the back end, and it's a fresh hit, so I really don't know where stuff's at. There could be Tesla farm right here, or on this section is really where I thought it was. If there's a Tesla farm right here, and I'm screwed. You know, I can't control which way my hounds go, and it just didn't feel right. So if it didn't feel right, that's why you jump on TeamSpeak and you work this stuff out. So what this turned into was the entry remains the same. Jump right here. We're not going to Zap Quake. We're going to use the wizard same way, right there, and then right here and here. this will be all gutted out for the cost of, actually it's going to come all the way out to here. CC will come out, and I'll get some information about what's right there from my push. What it turned into was just a cold-blood LaLo with 4 hounds, and working clockwise because it had more control and it felt better, and I could have spells. So with that gone, I would send 1 hound this way, the 2nd hound right away here. This archer tower is covering this, so is the other air defense. The 3rd one should come like this, and the 4th one. And for the loon placement, it would be 2 right away from here, 2 right away from here, and 2 right away from here, and 2 right away from here. Because this this archer tower is covering that one, I wanted to hold off and be patient. When the hounds move from here across to the left, that'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more from right here, because I felt like there'd be a Tesla pop, just 1 or so, and then so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then 12 and 14, and I have a 15th loon for the back end or cleanup. And the way that these hounds would traverse would be this fashion. And I'd end on this section over here. But now I have spells, so I would have 2 rages. And there was talk about putting a rage on my kill squad, and the answer was no, because all I really need to get is the AQ and the AD, and get the CC out. Everything else is just kosher or gravy. Both bows are set to ground. So with the rage, I'd put a rage right in this section, and a rage in this section. And so I had 3 haste in mind, but the talk was, what if there is a Tesla farm right where I suspected there were? My hounds would leave, and my loons would keep moving this way. And a good section of them would, about 8 of them. They would just get annihilated over here. So the suggestion was to put a heal right here, which I thought was not a bad idea. And I am left with 1 haste back in over here. So that's the plan to do, and let's just recap. To enter through right here with the cost of 5 wizards, a jump, and my royals, and to get this part of the base, creates part of the funnel. Then it's to send 2 loons, I'm sorry, a hound, a 3rd hound, and then loons all on this section. If anything, heal for over here, rage over here, and rage over here, and a haste for the back end. That is, I'm sorry, I have 5 archers because there's 4 huts. So I have an archer's hall for the corners as well. So that's the plan. Let's see what happens. Wish me luck.
Alright, so here we go. There go down the wizard. Jump his plan, golem down. We'll zoom in a little bit here. 2 wizards on the high hit points in the town hall. Golem gets wrecked face. Splits into golemites pretty quickly with a beefy level 30 AQ and 3-point defense hitting it. BK does his job, takes care of the air defense. Queen walks on me. My suspicion was correct. It was a Tesla. I freak out at this point because that dragon is still in the air, and I was trying to decide when to send my LaLo, make sure it was still going to work out. Then I realized I still got to go no matter what. Queen walks, which kind of works on me. I got to send my LaLo no matter what because the baby dragon will lock onto a hound, hopefully, which this one does, and then the pups will get it. Loon's going fine right here. That I lose 2 loons, probably 4 because there's a Tesla pop right here. I missed this little square on the scout, and I didn't send my 3rd hound from the correct spot, so I lose 4 of my loons here. And my 4th hound is still not there. The rage was a little bit late. It was just really, it was sloppy. It was just sloppy. I left this, that queen is still working on the right. I left this air defense up. The heal there was no Tesla farm to the right here. as suspected. But given that I drew up the plan, and when you're in the heat of war, I just wanted to stick to that plan, and I thought that as they stay healed and come on the back end, it might benefit me in the long run as they circle up over there anyway. But because I left this air defense, air tower up, oh God, jeez, archer tower up, I had to travel back to get it. I was chasing the clock, but there was about, I think it was a 2-minute and 50-second raid is what this was. It was kind of exciting too as we go to ×2 on this cleanup. But I was looking at my queen's health and I was like, oh, please God, don't find another giant bomb. But instead she finds every single small bomb on the way there. Her health getting lower and lower. And the reason why I was freaking out is because she might have to beat through a wall to get through those storages. So I was like, no, but my loons, I got it. Right about this point, there's 30 seconds left. I was like, okay, we're fine. So the water loons head towards the middle, and then out of nowhere, Larry's pop and troll my loons. They're like, oh, beeline for the Larrys. I was like, no! So ×2, it does end up getting a 3. Plan worked, just, man, I was really sloppy. It's been a while since I did a cold blood. No excuse, just sloppy. I think I'm going through a rut or something. I gotta get better. Anyway, once again, it's Brutus reminding you, you gotta be better than the double, and I will check you next time.